have a posting problem, I mean, you got a content problem, right? It's just not, people aren't finding it to be of any value. And so it's all got to be valuable. So I put out some feelers for this morning's discussion about like what people wanted to talk about. And it's funny, like the last time we were in here, when was that? How long ago was that?
January maybe?
So CRM was written up here. Like what's hot? CRM was written up here in the corner. And that hasn't changed. So it just intensified. So I checked the numbers last night just so I would have a fresh look at what the data was doing. And so I've generated on my website 90 leads in the last 30 days organically, which just means free. So 90 leads. If you want to kind of think about, when we're talking about building a sales funnel, if you want to think about how many leads, like how many new leads do I need to put in a funnel monthly, I would say the number just for you by yourself, not you running a team, but you by yourself, is somewhere around 20 to 30 leads a month. Anything beyond that, you're going to need some help, because if you're generating that every month, it just compounds, right? And so we're going to talk about this lead generation strategy, but you got to understand, like, all this is going to be for naught if you're not willing to do what it takes to convert the lead. And that's really the hardest part. Like, this is the easy part. Like, I hear, what have you hear? Maybe some of you have some of these same misconceptions, like it's expensive, it's too time consuming, there's too big of a learning curve, like there's no way I can learn how to do this, the ship sailed, it's too late, whatever. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. I mean, we hear it all. It's all excuses. And this is what I feel like is an interesting kind of byproduct of what we're going through as a nation, and then trickle it down to the industry that we're all in, is that people are taking a second look at technology because it is getting so prevalent. It is what has connected us these last several weeks. It's what people are using. The CRM is hot. You know, all the social media channels, all the mobile device usage, it's all through the roof, up 200+%. So I think people are kind of rethinking this. And I think it's going to change the way we do business and make it more efficient. Because part of what we're talking about here is efficiency, and it is the leverage of technology. So if you think about this, so think about what did I do to generate those 90 leads in the last 30 days?
I saw videos, saw you just post pictures. I think you did a couple of interviews.
So Google loves fresh baked bread, like fresh new content, okay? So once you get this machine rolling, now I'll do I'll do a few interviews, do a few posts. It just kind of it's just some fresh content, but it's very little effort. I'm getting a heck of a lot of leverage from stuff I've been doing from days, weeks, months, and years past. Okay, we're going to talk about YouTube this morning. I've got several YouTube videos that have generated over 10,000 views. And it's stuff I just shot with my phone. There's nothing professional about these videos. No professional editing, nothing. Like, I just used iMovie to piece clips together. That's it. That's all the editing there was. 10,000 views. You can set your iPhone to take a picture on a timer, right? Do just a 10-second countdown. And so, like, I'll just get a picture of myself in front of a house talking about how I'm doing some kind of pre-marketing checklist. That's valuable content. It could just be you sitting on a bench or something during a sunset. So, I mean, you just never know when you're going to need this or when you can use it. Because you look at some people and go, like, Do they have a professional photographer following around all the time? They just got a tripod in their phone, and they're just taking pictures of themselves. They're taking it may be a desk-mounted tripod. It could be one as tall as this, but they're just taking pictures of themselves doing things that separate them or make them different from everybody else. I mean, one of the pictures I love is like put on a headset, getting your database out in front of you on your laptop, and just tell the world that you're doing what you normally do. Like what I normally do is I have a 2-hour prospecting time block every day to keep in touch with prospective buyers for my sellers' listings and keep in touch with my database and my past clients. You know, we're in the job description that we have as real estate agents is communicators. So your job is to have conversations with people. So if you ever wonder or want to, kind of break down your day and say, was this a productive day or not? Give yourself a productivity grade. It's all going to come back down to how many people did I talk to today? How many people did you talk to yesterday? How many real estate related conversations did you have yesterday? And so for those of us who are not hometown, homegrown folks, this is a excellent strategy. But for most people, think about this. Like I was talking to Bert and I went to lunch yesterday, and I said, Bert, give me an honest number of how many people you know that if they got something in the mail from you and saw your name in the top corner and your address, they would know exactly who you are and who it came from. They would want to open it because there was some past relationship or connection there. He said about 1,000. But I just said, listen, if I was going to be super duper conservative, give you a super duper conservative number about the annual earnings that you're passing up, it would be somewhere around 250,000. I really feel like the honest number is 400,000, because I know agents that make $400,000 a year, and this is how they don't have 1,000 people. They may have half of that. So just kind of let that sink in. But here's the reality of the real estate agent. You would rather spend all the extra energy creating a relationship with people you don't know as opposed to people you do know. And what you really need to have is a balanced business that funnel is fed by people you know and people you don't know. It's your Mets and your not Mets. All right, so it needs to be that healthy balance of the two. But this is going to give you an overwhelming number of people to practice on. And what we're talking about here is building a sales funnel. I've got some stars next to things on here. You'll see these stars. This is like paid stuff. Most of this other stuff, free. Okay, it's sweat equity stuff. But again, as I said when we started, like you don't want to dive into this if you're not prepared to do what it takes to convert. And we're going to get to that on the next board. And so I'll lay this out, and then you'll be like, maybe you'll say, I can do that. I'm all about that. And then when I flip the board over and to show you what it's actually going to take to convert this into a profitable real estate business, you might go, ooh, oh no. Maybe I should just go back and talk to the people I know and like and trust, and know, like, and trust me. Maybe that would be easier.